Good afternoon, boys and girls, and children of all ages. Welcome to another exciting episode of Montez at Midday. I'm your host, Dre Montez. How's everyone doing? A little windy outside. You may get the Gumby look. Make sure your weave is tied down tight. It is windy outside today. Don't say that Dre Montez did not warn you about the wind outside that's going on. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. If you're watching on Facebook, hello. If you're watching on X, what up, what it do? YouTube in the building, screaming all over the place. If you would like to subscribe to our YouTube channel, we greatly appreciate it. It is Dre Montez on YouTube. If you're on X or Twitter and you have not joined forces with us, it is at W2B Dre Montez. And on Facebook, we have a page also for our podcast, Who's to Blame, which our latest episode is up, episode 539, where we discuss NIL on the collegiate level, name, image, and likeness. Who is it working for? You can check out that latest episode. It is up and available wherever you listen to your favorite podcast at. But just in case, just go to visit www.dremontez.com. I'll go on Spotify. Who's to Blame? The podcast. All right, folks, we got high fives in the building. Chest bump. Let's hug it out. Oh, let's get in here for the real thing. Oh, there we go. You got to get in here for the real thing sometimes. Getting in here for the real thing really matters and counts. If you are celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating an anniversary, happy anniversary to you. If you got engaged over the weekend like a good old softball buddy of mine, my dude Butch, congratulations to you and the lovely Miss Katie. Congratulations. If you became a parent over the weekend, congratulations to you. If you got your Christmas shopping all done, and it's the earliest you've ever gotten it done, and you got everybody the gift you think they want or need, you're okay financially, you deserve it, huh? It's those years we go way and beyond the call of duty. We can't understand where the money went. I thought that was on sale. We don't know what to buy this person. And then you go to gift card route. I remember back in the day, people thought gift cards were like the cheap way out. You didn't put no thought behind it. It's like when women tell men this crazy shit here. You don't love me the way I thought you should love me. Here go our pillars of the day. Let it go. Ignore them. Give it time. Don't compete. Stay calm. It's on you. And laugh. If you didn't laugh this weekend watching college basketball, men and women, college football bowl games, the NFL, and women's volleyball and golf, you're not human to me. There was so much laughter to be had over the weekend. But I think sometimes we as humans get caught up in the wrong thing at sometimes. We can't explain it until after the fact. But when it's going on, we don't know we in it. We don't know we're in the weather of the storm or the eye of the storm or the quicksand moment sometimes. And we try our best to get through it, get over it for what it's worth. And sometimes we can't. What up, B? Thanks for tuning in. We can and we can't. But it's like the shenanigans of the weekend, the shenanigans of the holiday season. We got to do what? We got to face it all head on no matter what. Whether we like it or not, we got to do it. Huh? Whether we like it or not, we got to do it. Now, we know the madness that happened in the NFL. We're going to talk about that. College football bowl games. I want to look at the behavior of these kids. We definitely got to talk about that. Got to talk about that for sure. And we also going to talk about what we call the best and the best athlete, the ones that we think are the best, the ones that have deemed to use that phrase with them this year in the world of sports across the board. The ones we look up to like that, they're the best at it. And compare those to that same connotation of the best. Use that in the days of yesteryear. And we're going to do a little comparison check on that. for sure. But during this time of year, things happen that we cannot predict, prepare for, but it's going to happen. Home repairs and vehicle repairs. There are two things that are for sure going to happen this month that you did not prepare for. You knew your car would possibly need some work. You knew you need to do some work around the house. But then something happens and it's going way and beyond the call of duty. Here's what I did not know, because I haven't driven in 6 years. Last time I drove a vehicle was 6 years ago due to my vision loss. But here's something I just found out. Your local mechanic, not the car dealership, your local mechanic, you've been dealing with this person. You got to take your car to get a tune-up, and there's a line and you need your car. When I was driving, you got a loaner car from your garage that you took your vehicle to. I was told they don't do that anymore. Is that what? So how are you supposed to get around? If you take your car to the garage, not the dealer, but to your mechanic doesn't give you a loaner car? When did that change? I'm lost on that. I was today's years old when I found out that your local mechanic, the person you always take your car to, your car gonna be down for reasons that you can't control, maybe 2 or 3 days. Your mechanic's not gonna loan you a car to use that they have there. That used to be that was like a big ordeal when I started driving in my last years up driving, that you took your car to your local mechanic, they're gonna have it 2 or 3 days or more. They gave you a loaner car to have. And I was told the other day that they don't do that anymore. News to my ears. Didn't know that was a thing. I think we all at an age right now, we're realizing certain things were not the way they were told to us. Things didn't really go that way. You know, that ain't how you met my mama. That ain't really how you met my daddy. Wait a minute. Hold on. And you find out for yourself how things really were. From lessons in life, from actual life, things that really happen in our lifetime, what we call history, and things we know for a fact. And I think that brings us to the point right now. Say what you need to get what you want. I think based on everything that we thought we knew, okay, everything that we thought we knew, that we later found out, hey, wait a minute, hold on, time out. You mean that didn't happen? You mean to tell me there was more people there than that? You mean to tell me they wasn't even there? That wasn't the day it happened? Oh, hell no. So I think now, because of what we learned in the past about certain things, has put us in a position. We don't question shit no more. We're saying what we want to get what we need. I think that is going on now more than ever. Maybe it's because I'm paying attention a little bit more now. Maybe it's so much in the face of the moment of lifetime that we're living at right now. But I'm thinking right now, at this time, in this moment, we're getting that more realism of people in our circle and around our circle at the same time when it comes to that type of conversation, for sure. Just wanted to get that out there. Just wanted to get that out there to you. If you're just tuning in, thank you so much. Got a very, very important breaking news email this morning that a little bit of the band is getting back together. A little bit of the band is getting back together. A little bit of the band is getting back together. What's up, Mickey, my brother from the state of Washington? A little bit of the band is getting back together. The boys from OKC. A little bit of the band will be here. Yeah, baby. It makes parade season a little bit more better. A little bit more better. My, oh my. December is beautiful in a whole lot of ways. The changing of the weather. The anticipation of the man, ho, ho, ho. And we get into the nitty-gritty of NFL. We know basketball holiday players coming up. All those things are getting us excited. We know the anticipation of January because we know college basketball about to get real. But right now, we're going to stay where we're at. We're going to resurface and go back to Saturday in the NFL. They gave us a great thing, Saturday football. was beautiful. It was wonderful. It was spectacular. I'm starting to think all these backup quarterbacks, all these players across the board that were drafted in the 5th round and later that are in position to help their teams win or hang in a game is making these GMs and head coaches to think twice about what's on their draft board right now. The needs and wants. Your needs analysis of executing a winning roster in the NFL. I think right now, by the way this season has went in the NFL across the board, from backup to backup to backup quarterback, to call that dude at home who's still on the couch, we need a quarterback. And these linebackers and offensive linemen who have been doubted, the way they've been playing, look at all these 7-7 records right now. The AFC South and AFC North is you can't explain it. If you look at those divisions, you're questioning your own thought on the process of picking a winner. Those divisions right there is going to make the next few weekends, everybody's going to be yelling at the TV. Tuned in for the outcome. And the way these mid-game push bets have been going, these gambling services are loving that. They're loving that. They're loving it. Minnesota, the purple people eaters of America. What is going on in the execution of football as we speak right now? What is going on in the execution of football? I for the life of me, we know what happened in football. We know what's going on. But at the same time, you ever watching something and you say to yourself, what is this? Make this even make sense what we're watching right here. The style of play in the outcome. My Denver Broncos. What happened on Saturday against Detroit Lions made no sense in America to me. The way the game ended made no sense to me at all. Detroit won the game, but not 42-17. Is it more the fact it's a 600 playbook that Sean Payton has created? Is it that? Is it more or less how the breakdown is going? On what part of this playbook are we utilizing in our team matchups? I'm questioning that. I'm not going on with this online jibber jabber, give Russ a break. He just had a kid. It's not his first. It's not his first. It's like with old Giannis. Did he go too far with the game ball? No. No, he did not. Did Sean Payton go too far in undressing Russ on the sideline? No. No. It's part of the game. That's the competitive in him. Don't we always hear that? That's just the competitive nature of them. You know, that's why I love this game. That's the competitor of everything that's in this. Really? That's the competitive nature that we get in this. Okay. We're going to take it to that extreme. Okay. I'm with you to a certain point. I'm with you. I am with you. I'm still fighting the fact that the Raiders won the game 63-21 after losing 3-0 the week before. Nobody wants to talk about that. Okay. I like the fact that Mr. Brandon got fired when he got fired, but he deserved that. The Cincinnati Bengals, the way they beat Minnesota, the way that game went. If Joe Burrow had taken the proper advice with the high ankle sprain before the season started, okay, he sat those necessary games, okay? Let's say he'd have done that. But he didn't. He came back a little bit too prematurely. And then the questions was about what is Cincinnati trying to do? Then the offensive line showed its old self again. but then somehow they're prevailing, they're winning, and they won their game on Saturday. So now that puts the Bengals at 8-6. But again, it's the quarterbacking position. They got to figure that out. Can it sustain what's going on? The Steelers and Indianapolis. The question on everybody's mind, and this is the question. I don't care if he's a nice guy. I don't care if he's handsome. I don't care if he fits good with that team. Is Mike Tomlin under fire, or would it shock you if Mike Tomlin gets fired? Pittsburgh was winning 13-0 at one point in this game. 13-0 at one point in this game. 13-0. For one, we still can't explain how Pittsburgh is 7-7. We can't explain that to make it make sense. But still, Pittsburgh 7-7. But based on the way the Steelers played and what they did in the draft, what they did the year before Roethlisberger retired and what they did last year in the draft proves to me Pittsburgh is moving in another direction. This is not the Tomlin way. This is not the Tomlin way, what they've been doing. If he gets fired, it wouldn't be a shock to me. But Pittsburgh blowing a 13-0 lead, the Colts winning that game 30-13, didn't see that coming. And that Bronco game, 42-17. It is giving Detroit hope. For one, who had Detroit 10-4 on the board? Raise your hand. Who had them 10-4? Who had Detroit getting double-digit wins this year? Right? Be honest now. Be honest with yourself. Don't lie to me. Come on now. Who had Detroit with 10 wins this year? Probably my youngest son, Tim. Probably him. Probably him. Congrats on the win, Tim. Congrats on the win. Congrats on the win. One of the wildest games I saw yesterday was the Bears and the Browns. When the receivers and linemen drop the ball and they show it in slow motion, it hurts even more. I think some plays we need to see in slow motion. Others, no. I don't know how the hell that boy dropped that Hail Mary touchdown in the end zone. The ball fell right to him, right to him. And Joe Flacco, this guy, I don't know how he does it. That goes to show you, if you can play the position of quarterback and you can understand how to read a defense, and you already know the verbiage of a quarterback, you can win some games in this league. That's what Joe Flacco is doing. You can win some games. You don't have to go out here and throw for 300 yards passing to win a game in the NFL anymore. No. There's nothing wrong with managing the game. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you go out here and try to take over the game every time and control the game, that's where the issues happen at some time. That was a wild-ass game. Baker Mayfield had the perfect game yesterday against the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field. The Houston Texans. Explain that. What happened in that game? What? That quarterback out of Kentucky that Tennessee lost yesterday, probably for the season. If you saw that injury, that offensive line of Tennessee got the quarterback hurt. The offensive line of the Tennessee Titans got the quarterback out for the rest of the season, probably half of next year. 7 sacks. How did the Houston – I love the throwback uniforms they had on. Love your blue. But the style and play of that game, we were set back yesterday in football for quite some time. At one point during the Carolina game, it was 94 yards of total offense between both teams and only 5 first downs. At one point in the first half yesterday. What is going on? Miami, that was no shocker right there, what you did to the Jets. The Kansas City receiving corps, they can't cut or release Kadarius Toney. They can't, guys. No matter how bad you want them to, There's nobody up to speed. You just can't get nobody out there and just draw plays in the dirt anymore in the NFL. They don't have anybody that's acclimated with the program on the practice squad, next man up. They're waiting on people to come off the injured reserve list more than anything. The trust issue with Mr. Tony is probably out the window with Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he knows everyone reads his lips. He knows his receiver is going to get to him. To me, that was a little bit across the line. If I got to issue my receiver, I'm going to tell him that up front. I'm not going to have nobody read the lips of me on national TV in the national televised game. Mahomes, you're better than that. Much better than that. I don't know what happened to this yesterday. I didn't see any of this yesterday. That was missing. That was missing yesterday for sure. That Carolina win and the locker room celebration, you watch the video if you want to. Are the Rams better than what we thought? The 49ers are a superhero team. You can call him a game manager, a system quarterback, doing what he's supposed to do. Give him any name you want to. Mr. Irrelevant, Mr. Purdy. 45 points they put up on the board. San Fran looks good, fast, and dangerous for sure. The Bills in Dallas. Whoa, 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 whoa. I saw pancaking. I saw holding the block. I saw that look in them people's eyes I've never seen before. Fear. I didn't see the Bills putting a thumping on them like that, and Josh Allen didn't even throw for 100 yards. The Ravens and Jaguars, that was an interesting game for sure. I don't trust Baltimore. They will make mistakes that we can see about to happen. I don't trust Baltimore. They won the game yesterday, but I don't trust Baltimore. They look like Trevor Lawrence suffered an in-game concussion, so maybe missing his first game as an NFL starter for sure. And then tonight we got the Monday Night Football game, but that was my outtake over the NFL over the weekend for sure. Did it go the way I wanted it to? Of course not, but we're going to deal with it as we can in that matter for sure. So that right there was the NFL as it may be and seen. All right. And when I say the best, today's best athlete, the LeBron James, the Patrick Mahomes, those players right now that are ringing bells in that name, the Steph Currys, those players right there that are the best, they're not going to do things that those type of athletes did back in the day. Meaning chastise a teammate, put their hands on the teammate, to get out of their teammate that beast out of them. They don't do that anymore. Those days are over. And the reason I say that, because of the reaction and response to what happened to Draymond Green, whole fallout and situation of being suspended indefinitely. And I don't know if it's true, but I heard another reason they did it, along with the suspension indefinitely, his behavior in the meeting that he had with the NBA the day the suspension came out, that he just wasn't taking it serious. Don't know if that's true or not, but we've all been in trouble before, been reprimanded. In that initial meeting after an incident, the little cockiness, the willingness to understand what happened, that could be a little bad body language, bad vibe coming off from either side in that situation when you're put in that situation. But if that's being the case, I don't think today's best athlete would ever be like the athletes that had that same title in the days of yesteryear, to actually chastise a teammate, to have that whole, that's what a teammate does. No, they're usually going to get somebody else to fulfill that role in today's term. There is no one, I think, on the Warriors staff that could have that conversation with the likes of Draymond Green to say, hey, let's look at this from a different angle. Don't know what is going to come out of this for the NBA and Draymond Green. From what we've heard over the weekend, you hear more and more after the situation from players and former players and players that played like Draymond Green. Today's NBA, you can't do that. That's not the way to move forward. That's not the way to move the needle. Those traits don't work anymore. They're not looking for that anymore. They're looking for things to build on, not to knock down. And that type of behavior is just not acceptable anymore. And you can see across the board, all sports have changed in a way. Well, maybe not hockey. Maybe not hockey. Hockey's still getting their issue off. They throwing hands a little better in hockey. They throwing hands just a little bit better for sure. Well, folks, if you're just tuning in, thank you so much. Montez at midday. It is Monday. I mean, you got to check that list and check it twice because somebody's going to find out what if you're naughty or nice. And were you? How was your weekend? Did it go the way you think? Have you finished all your Christmas shopping? Have you gotten at least 50% of it done? And it's the last year you saying you doing Christmas? Is this your last Christmas of you buying gifts? Because when people do that, this is my last year. They got to let everybody. This is my last year doing this shit. Is this it? And how many of you are afraid to go to your office Christmas party? How many people are not going? No, I don't want to go. No, we can eat Subway any day of the week. That ain't a Christmas party. How many of you not going to a Christmas party due to some bullshit? The food ain't going to be shit. What y'all having, they're going to be in the employee break room. We in there every damn day, Bob. And some of you have very, very nice Christmas parties. And you know it, and you look forward to it. It's like an award ceremony. You got an MC. You got a very popular, up-to-date band, but you don't know because it's a shocker because your boss don't want you to tell everybody. And then everybody be showing up to the venue trying to see this national act for free. But sometimes the holiday season office parties can be fun. And sometimes we know it can be very, very, very dangerous. But it is Montez at midday. We're going to take a short little break here. Word from our sponsor. Get the good people up the good people. And if it's getting that time of year you're thinking about moving, don't forget about summer properties over here in the South City, Tower Grove area. Family owned, locally owned kids. They have short-term leasing available for sure. The website is coming at the beginning of the year, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And we'll let you know more as we get to it. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
St. Louis, are you suffering from depression? Our advanced mental health treatments offer support to those facing depression. Supported by science and over 1 million treatments administered, a countless number of lives have been revitalized with our newfound healing process. Because your well-being matters, we have 2 convenient St. Louis locations dedicated to your transformative pursuit of mental wellness. We understand the importance of informed decisions. Research, discover, and take the first step toward a brighter tomorrow. Visit palmiertms.com to uncover more about our non-drug treatment for depression, covered by all major insurance plans. Let us stand by your side on this journey towards mental wellness. Contact us today.
All right, good folks, and welcome back to Montez at midday. It's your boy, Ray Montez, and I hope everyone had a great weekend. Does it look like Christmas where you live at? Can you tell that Christmas is in the air? You know, we all have that one relative or one neighbor that goes too far with the holiday celebration. Like you think Rudolph is there. Like there are really elves in their house. There's some people that are out there for sure like that. We talked about the NFL on Saturday and Sunday's action for sure. But did anybody see the Grinch at the game hooking up, doing noses with homegirl? Anybody see that? Did anybody see that? I think he pulled off the greatest move ever. Nobody knows who he is. Nobody knows who he is. But everybody saw her. Everybody saw her. Nobody has any idea who he was. But everybody saw her. The Grinch really did steal the holiday hookup. The Grinch kids. You know, you have your fantasy footballs, playoffs that are going on. And right now, I'm in the playoffs, but it's close. It's 136 to 134. I have 2 players going tonight, and he has 1. I got the kicker, and I have the running back, Walker, and he has Devontae. Do I have a shot? Do I have a chance, Coach? Coach, do I have a chance? I'm up 136 to 134. This could get out. This get brutal tonight. Fantasy football, Friendlies in South City Fantasy Football League this year, and I'm going up against my dude Ken. Which Ken won the league last year, whooped everybody ass last year. But this is a nail biter situation for sure. Again, shout out to the folks that stopped by to watch football yesterday here at Studio 70. Get well to Cassie Joe. Get well, Cassie Joe. Shout out to Michael Bell Vegas in the building. Maggie, what's up? Mohammed and my brother Jake. Jake from London. Buddy Jake. We were going to dress up as Elf, Santa, and the gingerbread man and run down the street. But it didn't snow. We were waiting for snow just to pull out something like that, just to make something out there, even more to confuse the kids and the parents out there on what's going on in South City. For sure. You know, college bowl games, there are a lot of them from the names and locations, the teams that are playing in them. But I'm looking at it for different reasons. The behavior. You know, you're not playing a national championship. A majority of these kids, this is it. They're not going to play any more football. This is it. This is it. This is it. A lot of them invite their family, friends, loved ones to the games. Come to my bowl game. Come home, Dad, to my bowl game. If you saw the celebration game, bowl game, young man was in the end zone after fumbling the ball, grabs the ball, takes a knee with his back to the team running in. Young man delivers a hit that didn't make any sense to me at all. Now, I just said, when you invite people to the games, can you imagine that young man's family came to the game to watch him get ejected from the game over a hit like that? Over the how do you explain that over the holiday season? Jamal, what made you decide that was okay? Like what? See, I want to tackle it at that moment. When I see dumbass plays like that, where harm can be done, serious harm can be done to an individual in a situation like that. Some of these bowl games behavior is just to the point. What is going on in the locker room? What did coach say to y'all for this to go on? I understand a rivalry. I understand a beef. I understand, well, I tried to recruit him and he went the other way. I get all of that. But at what point what happened to the word sportsmanship? Because I sure hear a lot and see a lot of unsportsmanlike conduct. What happened to the sportsmanlike conduct? What happened to that? The last time I saw that was in Little League Baseball. When that kid hit that kid with that ball, and he felt so bad, he went over to first base. The kid that got hit went to the mound and hugged the pitcher. That's the last time I saw sportsmanship. That was, 3 years ago? When the grown people going to show up? We're at a time and age in sports, we're learning more from the kids about how to play the game the right way, how to appreciate the game the right way, how to act like you've been here before the right way, than the adults are. It seems like an upside-down world at sports at times. We're second-guessing what we're seeing on television versus what we saw on Thursday at the local high school, at the local gym. Hell, look at Women's College Volleyball Championship. Shout out to Texas. Shout out to Nebraska. Jermaine O'Neal's daughter was given an infraction during the volleyball game yesterday that I'm still scratching my head over. At the big play at the net, she yells in the direction facing the net. That's an infraction. You can't do that in women's volleyball. They said if she would have turned her head away from the net, the infraction wouldn't have been called. Are we that meticulous in women's sports? Are we that meticulous in women's sports? Look at the women's college basketball, what they're allowed to do. And at the same time, put a men's game next to it. Watch both games. Watch how they officiate it. It'll blow your damn mind. I'm starting to think that the kids of these athletes, the girls got more of a dog in them than the boys. I said it. I said it. I said it. A majority of today's athletes who have kids, former athletes whose kids are now 18 to 25, the girls have more of a dog in them than the boys do. They got more of the moves in the shadow and the bravado of the dad than the boy do. The boy don't even want to play ball no more. The girls out here killing it on the AAU circuit. Softball, gymnastics, volleyball, golf. Huh? We always looking forward for some reason. Well, I can't wait to see his son play ball. Damn that. You seen Jamal Crawford's daughter? What? Destroying legs and ankles in AAU circuit. Look here. Look here. The power shift is moving along in the breeding of former athletes. I got the girls winning. All of them. All of them winning. All of them. For sure. Off the top. But that's what I saw. That's what I saw. For sure. All right. It's getting that time of year also. We got to think about the family games we're going to play this year during the holiday season. Got to play a game that the entire family can play. We don't want to exclude anyone. So it's probably going to be a VR game or heads up or something on a PlayStation 5. I can see that coming along to get the entire family involved. The older people as well, all the greats, they get them involved too as well. I can see that being a big holiday trend. And I think next week it starts with couples matching pajamas invasion. Are we ready for that? Are we really? Are we ready for that? It's like the people that lose their shit because they walk into Costco and saw Valentine's decorations already. I mean, people are having frantic breakdowns because they saw Valentine's shit up already in Costco. We're rushing the holidays. We're rushing the holidays. We couldn't even, Thanksgiving was here, I think, 6 days. That was the longest Thanksgiving ever, I do believe. Shout out to my cousin Burnett again for the meal and hosting. But I'm still anticipating eating just as much food this Christmas as well. This Christmas as well. But the holiday gameplay, I don't think too many people do Christmas football like they do Thanksgiving football. I think more people are looking forward to going to the movie theaters on Christmas Day because I think the color purple is the thing. And I didn't know the color purple is going to be a musical. I don't know if it's going to be a musical like Rent or is that just the one musical scene. I'm waiting because I'm not in the mood to see that type of movie as a musical. Okay, I'm not. I've already heard Flavor Flav do the national anthem, and I've already heard Rob Gronkowski do the national anthem. So I'm going to tell you folks again, if there's anything that you are afraid of doing, now is the time to do it. Because we are in a time right now where Flavor Flav sang the national anthem and Rob Gronkowski sang the national anthem. If you're afraid, at least try. Because if that's singing, we're missing a whole lot of things here. We're missing a whole lot of things here for sure. Yesterday, I played the game again, sweeping the nation. Sexual innuendo, shot drinking while watching football. It is sweeping the nation. We will pick it up tonight with tonight's football game as well. That should be a lot of fun with the football game tonight. We shall see. we shall see. Cowboy fans and Eagle fans, play. It's gonna be. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I still don't believe that the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons at one point combined had less than 100 yards of offense and only 5 first downs in the first half of football. We were set back to 1933. Wow. What a weekend. If you didn't get a chance, check out D&D Don't Get Butthurt. That episode is up as well. That was a hilarious show this morning for sure. We did not have a college football show this past Saturday. The next show we're going to do is a watch party for the national championship game. So stay tuned for that. I will keep you informed as always. So we're doing a show every day this week. Will not be a show next Monday, of course, because it's Christmas. So got a show every day this week. Get your Christmas shopping done. Don't say Christmas snuck up on you. It's been December 25th, probably since you've been born. So let that be the issue. If you missed any football games yesterday, don't forget to go to NFL Network. You can watch a game. You can peep it. You can check it out for sure. Again, congratulations to Texas women's volleyball team. Thank you to the house guest as well that stopped by and said hello and watched a little football yesterday. Keep it up, good people. For the people, of the people, by the people, for sure. Well, until next time, folks, tomorrow, same time, Bat Channel here on Facebook, YouTube, and X, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Montez at midday. Until next time, we'll see ya. And as they say in the hood, I'll holler at you later. Peace. And we out, good people, already.